Hey, welcome everyone to the Fireside Chat. My name is Mikko. I'm joined here tonight by Sean, Wendy, and Howard from the office. We have a pretty packed week of news, so we're going to fill you guys in on what's been going on because contrary to last week, we've been having some big developments in the last several days. So I guess just to start things off real quick, Howard, how is everything in New York? What's going on at the office? Give us a scoop.
Yeah. So it's been good. I was out last week, obviously. I'm back this week. So the Humble giveaway is live right now, so people can grab their copies on Humble, which is cool. I mean, it's always like kind of fun, or I guess interesting to take advantage of these like promo opportunities. They don't come by like every day, obviously. So it's kind of cool to be slotted, to be considered for these opportunities, and the build is obviously live. It's got the new game mode, and that's live.
Yes, Brawler updates.
And really, like, I think this, on the guns front, we've been looking at, some interesting things, I would say. Not the least is the Xbox integration. So we're looking at, just the integration itself, looking at Mixer, looking at, Unity and Photon, how they handle like, multiplayer, cross-platform multiplayer play. So yeah, we're just getting the groundwork, getting work done on that front. On guns, we were actually also looking at Discord integration. So they sent us some like documentation and whatnot. So we've been looking at it. So that could be kind of cool.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, and then
been asking for it. So
then we're also working on a new map that is pretty close to being ready for people to test. We have, let's see, we have some things that on our end that will hopefully like streamline a lot of the knob dialing on our part. So there things going on different ends. Rest of the projects, Hamsterdam, we're gearing up for the Kickstarter. We're like actually doing a lot of work on the core game. Like I think by now it's like it's pretty much like mostly done. We added like these mini bosses, I guess, boss levels, and latest pass felt pretty good. Some things we still need to finish, but by next week or in the next 2 weeks, the build should be like really solid. We have like a rough cut of the video that we're making for Kickstarter, and that's like coming along. It's like it's themed in a 80s kung fu movie advertisement, so it's kind of funny.
I know people have been asking about it, so that's definitely great news to hear.
Yeah. So that's what we're getting a lot of the stuff ready. We got the rest of the project is pretty good. I mean, we basically built another game mode for the fighting project, the firefighting simulator, and it's coming along. I think pretty soon we'll actually work on some art development for it, and yeah, I think right now that may be the most immediate project we can actually like show and maybe start getting some people's hands on it. So that'd be interesting. The horror project is, actually we did some art development in the last few weeks, and we're integrating that, testing that out, working out some kinks to AI, and they're generally feeling better. But we got some improvements that we want to make about like directionality and a little bit on UI and just clarity and how the enemy like path and how the enemy behaves and whatnot. Lastly, what always is the survival project. We've been focusing on like crafting and just sort of like building out the crafting system, balancing that a bit, sort of make it like more organic but more interesting and more complex and more nuance. And then like now you can craft tools that can like say essentially manipulated terrain, like build irrigation and so on. Like that feels like really interactive and really involving. So
Nice. Nice.
yeah.
Cool. Productive week then. Excellent. It's good to hear. Yeah, that's quite a bundle of news, actually. I guess we should just kind of dissect a little bit of that for all you guys out there who are still new to what's been going on. So first and foremost, the giveaway, the humble giveaway. That is, by the time this video goes out, it started yesterday. I believe it's still going to be going on right now. So if you have a chance to see this video in time, you will be able to participate and grab yourself a key. And if you can, go ahead and do so. Share with your friends. Let everyone know. Because the more of your buddies you can play with, the more fun it gets in the game, obviously. So it's definitely a great opportunity to take advantage of. So alternatively, we also have the big Brawler update, which is what Howard talked about earlier about the build. And the reason we call it Brawler update is because it is literally changing, or we introduced a whole new game mode, and it's very, very different from a lot of the game modes we've introduced before. And this isn't for PvE, it's PvP. So I guess at the core of it, it's basically free-for-all, but it's between 4 teams. So it's like deathmatch, but with 4 teams. And players can set up single ship teams or 2 ship teams and cooperate with each other to come out on top. It's quite, as 4v4s can be, it can be quite a mess and a confusing process, but we've adjusted and changed a lot of the UI so you can identify enemies and friends much more easily. So you'll see a little bit of that kind of updated in the game as well. And it does create more of a rush to try to get that last shot in for the kill. So some of the matches, despite having some very, very talented teams in each play, the last kill can actually turn out being in favor for everyone equally. I've seen some really good balanced matches. Other times there's like a weird kind of process of matches. And the dev games have been pretty fun playing them too. So if you guys are actually joining in on dev games, you will have probably seen that from yesterday's matches as well. So we'll probably play a little bit more as well just to keep it going and keep things fresh, just because there's still some more maps we have to check out. So, but hopefully we'll have a little bit better luck. I think we lost both matches on Tuesday. Was that right, Sean? I can't remember.
I'm sorry, on which day?
Oh no, you weren't even there that day. That's right. We played the Brawler matches on Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
And I think we got pretty close. We placed second. I think we were competing with another team, but they got the last kill in time. And the second match we got creamed.
Yeah, I was not there. I was not there for that. No.
Yeah, but this game was interesting because you can have the 2 ships on each team, but players can actually set up single ship free for alls, and that just requires players to be all on the same ship for each team. No one can be on the second ships in order for that to start up. And players can set them up there with those configurations to do so. So it's actually a public option to be able to set that up if you wish.
Indeed, and we've already had events taking advantage of the new Brawl mode as well. I believe Monday Mucker Madness was the first to hop on that train. They told me that they jumped on that train. They did it on Monday, and everybody came back saying, wow, it was just absolutely amazing. Love it. And they want more of it. So, I think mission accomplished with that one. I think people are really enjoying it with the updates, with the events at least.
Excellent, yeah. So in addition to that,
it's good to know.
We were talking a little bit about this before the stream, but it is actually, it sounds like people are receiving it rather well. It is, the feeling is a little different because the pacing's a lot, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if it's really fast. I wouldn't describe it like PvE fast paced. It was something more in between. Sometimes you're fine, but other times it's like a rush because it's back and forth trying to get that last kill before the other guy. And I don't know, it's different. It's definitely different.
It puts a much higher priority on aggression than survival. It's a slightly different mindset in the Brawl mode compared to the standard PvP, which is just basically, hey, not only do you have to be properly aggressive, but you also have to not die. Whereas in Brawl mode, not dying isn't as bad as not getting the kill.
It is a strong difference too. I mean, with 2 teams, it was always you focus efforts on ships of the other side, and no matter who you kill, you always get the points. But in this circumstance, that may not always be the case. So you gotta be efficient with the killing, and it can be pretty brutal when there's competing sides trying to come down on the third guy or whatever. So
especially when you have 6 ships targeting you. Woo!
Oh man, that's rough, man. I haven't had that situation, but I've had 2 teams focus me. It's not easy. So, yeah. But in addition to that, we have started the war, the Alliance War. That came out that started last week before or the week before the updates. So we're still going with that, and we've provided some more lore and content for you guys to read into, so you understand kind of how the alliances were formed. Just to kind of give you like an overview, if you're interested in learning about how all these things came together, you can check that out in the lore books as well in the game. Obviously, now I know in the past the Canyon Ambush was the one map that our team kind of hesitated with launching F44 on, because it tends to be the map with the most information. So it creates performance problems for people. But we've worked around it, and it's now available. So if you guys have a 44 lobby up and you want to try Canyon Ambush, my friends, we have provided, and here you are. Just check it out. Let us know what you think. That's a really fun map. So 4v4 is no doubt just even better, I guess, than 3v3. I like 3v3s, but 4v4 with that would be interesting, I think, because there's so many avenues for ships to do flanking while there's a big battle going on, and so a lot of more strategy that can be employed in that kind of situation with that map. It's really great. So, but on top of all that, we've made these are changes from the experimental crew, but there is a slew of them this time around. We have changes to the Stormbreaker, the Galleon, the Junker, the Drogue Chute. Mine durations have changed. Target spot for captains, Drogue Chute. I mentioned that already. The impact bumpers, pipe wrenches actually put out fires now? That's crazy.
Yes, they do.
Watches have been changed. Nemesis has been changed. So many things. I feel we jumped into the game and I was like, man, Galleons kind of feel like Mobulas now, the way they turn and move. So it's actually quite a bit. It doesn't feel as heavy. So it's like, oh man, I can just kind of turn the arc super fast. I almost have to use something else to slow down the turn because it's so fast. But definitely different meta altogether. So it should be interesting to see what develops from that. We have been coming out with hot fixes. Obviously, we've gotten a lot of your guys' reports, and we really appreciate that. It's been super helpful finding them, and not all the bugs can be easily found. So with you guys reporting as well, it helps our team out. So I've been obviously very feverishly logging in all the reports that we get from our emails and things of that nature. So if you just keep sending those, if you see them, we'll definitely make sure to log them in and get them addressed in the next hotfix when possible. So that really is awesome. But last but not least, we do have a sort of a community event, but this morphed into sort of a semi-achievement, semi-personal event system. So every update we try to include something that's engaging for the community to unlock, whether it's a ship or it's a personal badge or titles or new hats or gear. With this one, it's a bit unique because we've created a lot more content for the game in terms of cosmetic items. So we now have 12 new costumes for each of the factions, one for the male, one for the female. So what we decided to do is that we created missions similar to the progression within the actual faction itself, but it wouldn't require you to play to level 15, the equivalent of matches. But you need to commit and pay 10,000 coins to unlock this new super snazzy costume. And it is actually available for every faction. So if, as an achievement, so if you wish to actually collect them all, go for it. I'd like to see who gets there first, frankly. It's quite a road to go, but they are really, really beautiful costumes. I've seen them and tried them on. They're fantastic. So give them a shot, check them out. They're all inside the actual mission and achievement rankings as well, so you can see it there and see how far you've progressed. It tracks everything based on which faction you're in and how many coins you're committing for on behalf of that faction. So definitely check those out. I guess moving on, Wendy, you've been busy in the last week or so with all kinds of events. You want to fill us in on what's been going on your end and give us some good, awesome stories of tales of your adventure?
This month we've been to 2 conventions already. We've been to Vienna with Hamsterdam. Mm-hmm. That was really cool. We were part of the big indie pitch and won 2nd place.
Oh,
yay!
Nice.
And we went to CoxCon last weekend with our lovely volunteer crew. Cameron came even. James
How's Cox doing?
Guns of Icarus. He's doing fine. He's actually really enjoying Hamsterdam. He's being very supportive to the project. Awesome. I think he's looking forward to seeing how we are doing with the planned crowdfunding.
Fantastic.
Yes.
He's a great guy. Really is.
Yeah, he's amazing. CoxCon is always a real family, right? Because
it does feel like it. Yeah, it really does.
People recur every year. So while we brought Guns of Icarus as well, and every single person was like, "Oh yeah, I own this game. I bought it on PlayStation." We're like, "Oh wow!"
Oh, PlayStation, fantastic.
Like, CoxCon is really one of these places where impressions really do translate into sales, and where you can also really like have a community and a family and a home base.
Right.
So we're really generous to Jesse that he and his team of volunteers want to have us back every year. So that means a lot to us.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Well, I was just gonna say, man, next year at CosCon, I'm excited because I think by Q4 this year, October timeframe, we'll be showing like our work over this entire year.
Finally, right?
Nice.
That's exciting. I'm a little nervous, but like exciting, definitely exciting. The adrenaline.
Yeah, but the next months are definitely dedicated to getting to supporting Guns of Icarus and to getting Hamsterdam the support that it needs to become one of the best Switch games out there and getting the mobile ports ready.
Fantastic. It is a really fun game. I mean, just doing it on the tablets that I've played on when I was with
And if you guys are in the UK area, one of the next events that we're going to be part of in the UK is in Birmingham, EGX, where you can come and check it out. Let us know if you're there.
Howard, weren't you at an event recently, or was I just thinking that?
Wait, what's that?
Were you at an event recently yourself, or was that just something I'm thinking in my head?
No, I wasn't. I've been sort of like more planning different events. So upcoming, Cameron actually be in Vegas living it up, showing Guns Mix Evo at Evo. So that's kind of cool.
Oh.
And George was at Baltimore showing Hamsterdam as well.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So I've been just like trying to like sign up for things for people to go to. But yeah, by EGX is going to be Wendy, and then I'm more like so for me because like somehow like the dates recently haven't been working out, like the weekends haven't been working out for me, but like after September I will be like I'll probably be back on the con duty. So
fantastic. Wow, good to see that beautiful Howard face once more among the crowds in our con events. Awesome. I know that with all these events going on, in addition to all that, Sean also wanted to mention a few of the things that's been going on in the game as well. Sean, you want to fill us in on what's been going on? Like what kind of announcements you got going?
Absolutely. So we've got a big day coming up on Saturday. So for those of you watching the day that we release this podcast, it'll be tomorrow. So this upcoming Saturday, July the 28th, we of course have 3 events on Saturday. Every single event on Saturday is giving away a free title to participants. So of course we have just participating. You don't even have to win. You just participate and you get a title. So it's a big day. I know, right? Listen, we got the Crucible, which by the time you guys are seeing this, Crucible signups will be closed. However, every single participant that participated in the entire second season of the Crucible will be getting a title. So if you played week 1, week 8, or anywhere in between, week 8 is this Saturday, July the 28th. So be sure to check that out. You can check that stream out, of course, on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Guns of Icarus. You can also catch the dev app testing in which Richard has informed me, yes, this just in, Richard's informed me that we are giving away titles for the dev app testing now. That, my understanding is, we're starting with that this weekend. For Saturday. I don't know about Friday. I don't have confirmation on that, but I do know Saturday we are doing that. And then to close out the day, Chaos Skirmish number 120, we are giving away titles as well. That title that we're giving away is still to be determined. However, it will be one of the existing titles that we already have on file. But the Crucible titles will be new titles. The dev app testing will be new titles.
Wow, a lot of titles. I guess I know the man, one of our CAs, loves collecting titles, so he's going to be all over this stuff this weekend. But if you guys like titles and you like to, jazz up your your prefix to your name for the events, then yeah, join in, check them out, and you'll earn yourself a free title, obviously. So that sounds great. Wow, a lot of things going on. Yeah, so I guess on that note, with the events going on, we do have Iron Fork, we have the Crucible, we have the Saturday Chaos Skirmish, we have the Sunday Community Skirmish, and we have the Munker Monday, right?
Yes, Monday Munker Madness. Okay. Alto Party every other Wednesday as well.
Every other Wednesday, right?
Yeah, it's every other Wednesday. But don't forget one thing I forgot to mention, because the man will be will be reminding me about this if I don't mention this. They do also give away titles at Monday Munker Madness, as well as at the Alto Party as well. So be sure to check those events out. We do give away titles at those events.
Awesome. Cool. Awesome. And of course, we'll be back again for Dev Games next Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern, which is 9 p.m. UTC for all the rest of you guys international. So feel free to join us. We'll probably be playing some more of those new Brawler maps and checking out kind of different strategies and styles. And I'm sure by then people will have like MLG'd their way through this. So I'll walk into the lobby and get eviscerated again. But that's okay, because everyone gets to win prizes, and that's great. So
we are the Muse Pinatas at times.
Yeah.
Just whack us and win prizes.
Yeah, it's a bruising match.
That's why I want to flare Mobula. Makes more sense.
It's fair. It's fair.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. We'll be back next week for more updates. But in the meantime, enjoy some Guns of Icarus. Check out the new content. Feel free to follow us on Facebook or Twitter, and we'll see you next week. Take care, guys. Have a good weekend. And thanks for flying with Guns of Icarus.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.